In this video, we'll check out the wire harness color codes for Pioneer receivers with model numbers that begin with the letters DEH and MVH, and they do not have video screens. Let's start with the yellow wire. This one is responsible for the in-dash receiver's memory functions, like the clock, the radio station presets, and audio settings. So if your radio station presets and clock reset each time you turn off your vehicle, the yellow wire may have an incorrect connection to the vehicle. The yellow wire needs to see constant power from the vehicle. So if your vehicle has a key, remove the key from the ignition. If your vehicle has an on-off switch, be sure to switch it to the off position and now measure the voltage on the yellow wire. The yellow wire should measure 12 volts regardless of the position of the vehicle's ignition or its on-off switch. Next up is the red wire. The red wire needs to be controlled by the vehicle's ignition or its on-off switch. Only when the vehicle is switched on should the red wire measure 12 volts. Here is the orange wire with a white stripe. This wire can be used to automatically dim the illumination on the in-dash receiver when the vehicle's headlights are switched on. Now, not every vehicle will have a connection for the orange wire with the white stripe. And additionally, some drivers may choose to drive with their headlights on at all times, day and night. And the driver may not want the in-dash receiver's illumination to dim during the daytime hours. So to solve these issues, many Pioneer in-dash receivers also have an illumination timer that can dim the illumination automatically based on the time of day. For more information on the illumination timer, be sure to check out the dimmer settings video with the link in the description below. If you don't use this wire, be sure to properly terminate the end of the wire so it will not come in contact with other wires or metal in the vehicle. The black wire is the ground wire. Metal in the body or frame of the vehicle is often a good choice for the ground wire. Be sure to note, the in-dash receiver will not operate without a proper ground connection. Here is the blue wire with a white stripe, or the system remote control wire, and it's got nothing to do with the wireless remote control included with many in-dash receivers. The blue wire with the white stripe is critical for the operation of external amplifiers, power antennas, or any other device connected to the in-dash receiver that needs to switch on when the receiver is switched on. This wire is typically connected to amplifiers and other external devices either directly or through the use of a third-party relay. External devices connected through the system remote control wire will remain on when the receiver is powered on. The system remote control wire will shut down external devices when the receiver is switched to its off position and when the vehicle is switched to its off position. And the system remote control wire is not used in every installation. If you don't use this wire, be sure to properly terminate the end of the wire so it won't come in contact with other wires or metal in the vehicle. Finally, let's talk about the speaker leads on the wire harness. All Pioneer in-dash receivers can operate in standard mode for front and rear output. Many Pioneer in-dash receivers can also operate in standard mode or network mode. For more information about using standard mode and network mode, be sure to check out the video with the link in the description below for understanding standard mode 2-way and network mode 3-way setup. There are 4 pair of speaker leads in the wire harness. Each pair has a solid color wire for the positive side of the connection and the same color with a black stripe for the negative side of the connection. The first 2 are the white wire and the white wire with a black stripe. These are the connections for the left front speaker in standard mode or left high in network mode. The next 2 are the gray wire and gray with a black stripe. These are the connections for the right front speaker in standard mode and the right high in network mode. Next is the green wire and green with a black stripe. These are the connections for the left rear speaker in standard mode or left mid-range in network mode. And finally, the purple wire and purple with a black stripe. These are the connections for the right rear speaker in standard mode or right mid in network mode. Please note, Normal speaker connections are designed to operate between 4 and 8 ohm impedance, and on many Pioneer in-dash receivers, it is possible to set up the rear speaker output to operate a small subwoofer. For more information about setting up the rear speaker output to operate a subwoofer, be sure to check out the audio settings video in the description below. And if you are using external amplifiers and not using the speaker output wires at all, be sure to properly terminate the end of each wire so it won't come in contact with other wires or metal in the vehicle. If you don't have a full understanding of the operation of each of these installation wires, I recommend taking your vehicle to a Pioneer Electronics authorized dealer for installation. To find a dealer in your area, follow the link below for where to buy. Then choose Car Visual Audio from the drop-down list on the left and click the Find It button.